Up and I shake the room. Swerve. Skirt. Go ahead and shake the room. Go ahead and shake the room. Up and I shake the room.
Hello, my name is Everson Holmes, and I'm the owner of Holmes Pressure Washing and Floor Restoration LLC, Holmes Mobile Detailing, Holmes Carpet Cleaning, Holmes Throne Chair Rentals, and Wood Magic. I'm here today to give you an insight about who I am as a businessman and where I come from. First off, I want to let you guys know where I come from. I'm from Clearwater, Florida. I'm the second oldest of 6 siblings. I was raised on Garden Avenue. Those of you who know where that's at in Clearwater, not too far from Clearwater Beach. My grandfather raised me. My mother had an early drug addiction, so she wasn't around that much. My father, he wasn't around. My grandfather pretty much stepped up to the plate when things went left. I raised my brothers. My grandfather had an alcoholic problem. And so that put me in a position to be that nurturing, guiding figure for my brothers. I have, like I said, I got 6 siblings. My older brother, he lived with his dad, so that forced me to be the big brother. 4th grade, I got diagnosed with a mild to moderate sensorial hearing loss. I woke up and half of my hearing was gone. I didn't know what happened, how it happened. I just knew something was off. I had a hearing test and I knew I failed it. And coming out of that hearing test, my world changed. The doctors pretty much told me I had lost 75% hearing in my left ear, and I had lost roughly 40% in my right ear. But my right ear was my better ear, my left ear was my bad ear. And so at the time in 4th grade, when I lost my hearing and not having a parent around to tell me everything was going to be all right, I pretty much went in rebellious mode. I started getting in trouble. I ended up getting kicked out of my elementary school, got put in another elementary school.
Going back to the conversation as far as when you were younger, with your hearing, touch base on how you found out about that, the experiences you went through, learning to cope with that.
Yeah, it was just I woke up one day and I just knew something was off. You wake up and the world is not the same color. And they have hearing tests that they used to do in school back then.
So you could hear perfectly fine before this day. You didn't have no issues?
No issues. No one in my family ever had a hearing loss problem, nothing at all.
Okay. And
so they had the hearing test, and I noticed that the hearing test, the lady, she's looking at me, and I'm like, I see her pressing the buttons. Mm-hmm. And it's just not resonating. And then I left out of that hearing test, knew I failed it. You feel
mm-hmm.
me? And so they called me like, hey, you failed that test. We're gonna have to have more. You gotta go see an audiologist. And so at 4th grade, I'm like, my
world.
Did you
understand what was going on?
No, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. Mm-hmm. Audiologist, what's that? My mama gone.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to understand that. My dad ain't here. Y'all moving me with my granddad who I ain't never even seen before until y'all dropped me off at this door. And, and then so once again, my world to be flipped upside down, and I'm going to the hearing places. My grandfather got this Raggedy truck. He drives 7 miles per hour in the city, and the police don't pull him over. So he is not finna drive to St. Pete to the audiologist. He is not finna drive to Newport Richie. My principal, Marianne Sanchez, I love this lady, man. She stepped out of her principal role to be a parent to me and to take me to my hearing appointments. I got my first hearing aid in 5th grade, and when I got it, it was a pink mold. They put this gel in it, hardens, whatever, and you wear these. Back then, the technology was big. And you got big phones, big hearing aids. So you got these big hearing aids on. The teacher got the microphone on, and that's how the communication went. And I would wear headphones sometimes to receive the sound before I got the hearing aid. and the teachers would think that I was walking out with an AM/FM cassette,
Yeah.
and they would take my stuff, not knowing I can't hear.
You can.
And so I stopped wearing it all in all, and then kids went to picking on me. So I stopped wearing my hearing aids, and then
So you were just not able to hear once you stopped wearing them, or
No.
it was just
I have a mild to moderate sensorial hearing loss. It's a tone level, to whereas like certain low tones are harder for me to grasp. With normal conversation, I'm good. It's just when tones come down, and so I went that whole process without wearing no hearing aids. It got to the point to where high school, that same teacher from elementary school, I started playing basketball. Basketball was my outlet away from the chaotic world. And I needed a ride to and from practice, to and from games. Someone got in contact with that teacher, told her that she may be of a help to me again. And she showed up one day after basketball practice. She said, you don't got to worry about getting back and forth from practice no more. As long as you push yourself academically, I'll be there for you every step of the way. I tell you no lie, man, that lady was there for me throughout my whole high school. I went to Christian college. I went to a Christian college. And so even up to then, she was there for me. When I dropped out of college and chose the streets, she went left. That was the biggest blow for me to accept, that I burned that bridge. You can't always go across bridges that you burn. And I live with that. I really live with that. I live with that. Because the streets kill you. They kill a part of you, and they kill some people that were close to you. And you don't do it intentionally. It happens. And I love that lady, dog, because she was my mother, and she was white. And she was able to show me that color was nothing, that love overrides all things, and she just wanted to see me grow and evolve into a good person. And I felt I let her down.
by choosing the streets over school?
School. I had a full ride. I had an academic and an athletic scholarship. You feel me? I wasn't dumb. You feel me? I was just rebellious. I was rebellious. At the time when I got to the Christian college, and I'm seeing rap them getting money. You feel me? I'm seeing them getting money, and I'm like, wow.
You want it.
Yeah, I want the money.
Yeah.
I want the money. This has been hard for me for too long.
Yeah.
Y'all popping champagne. Y'all having fun. Like I'm tired of struggling. Like I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of going to Mama for asking for help. I'm tired of going to Miss Sanchez asking for help. And and it brought a sense of like, something else has to rise. Something else has to die in order for it to live. So I killed Everson at that point, and I emerged as E. Banks. You feel me? That's another chapter in my life. You feel me? When I came into E. Banks, I changed laws, I changed codes, I changed friends, I changed completely. And from 2003, like I left college in 2004, but 2003, I was in the streets, but I wasn't in the streets. You feel me? I was being groomed. You feel me? I was being groomed. You feel me? My homeboy Rat, he gone. My homeboy, nigga got 35. Like, these was my professors that no longer living. You feel me? My scholars that taught me how to be business minded, they ain't here. So I chose one way of educating myself for another way. I lost this way, I lost that way. But I still come out victorious because of the memories and the knowledge and knowing that, I persevered through it all.
So with everything that you have went through, you losing your friend, you choosing the streets, you having your hearing issues going on at the younger age. I know you said that you stopped wearing your things because, people picking on you or whatnot. So moving forward, how did you take that in to build you up and to turn all that into build a business and a brand and overcome everything?
It happened, bro. It's crazy. 2009, everything started to change. Like things started to change, and my hearing a whole year, I couldn't get my ears to pop, right? So it felt like I was underwater. You know, you go swim in the water in your ear. I ride in a rat car with that loud music had damaged my ears even more to where I couldn't pop my ears. And so I'm like, dang, I got hearing aids, but I'm not wearing them. Okay, fuck that cool shit. Put these bitches in. I put them in. Another homeboy, Boo, God bless him. He clowned me. He got his hearing aids in. You know what I'm saying? He clowned me. I'm like, bruh, kill that shit, bruh. This is what I got to do.
Exactly.
And so I'm now stepping into Everson. I'm now not running from what I can no longer run from. The fact that I'm hearing impaired. The fact that I need certain things in order for me to be more solidified. I was functioning on a 50% capacity among vultures, among sharks. You feel me? And it took, when I went to 09, boom, 2010, I got locked up again. When I got locked up again, 2010, I lost my homeboy Bug while I was in prison. And so the death of Bug, I got on my knees. And like, listen here, God. Like, listen here, man. Like, I can't no longer keep going in here and I'm losing friends and I'm not being able to, you know, be there for them. Even, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I'm in a vegetative state. This is not where I want to be. From that moment, through my friend's death, I said, you know, my new journey doesn't start when I get out. It starts now. I dedicated myself to working out every day. I dedicated myself to reading books that I can apply. The book Secret, it opened up a different abscess in my mental thought. It allowed me to have a sense of forgiveness, gratitude, and it allowed me to take in other people's stories, you know, the vision board. I had things that I wanted to see manifest. And so I created a vision board in prison. I created a vision board. And I got released from prison in 2012. 8 years now I started my vision of pressure washing came from prison. I had to wash, we had to clean out the forestry kitchen camp and we had to clean out the cabins where the forest rangers were trained at. And that was my only outlet to have real food. Prison, they speaking straight bullshit. Wasn't nobody sending me no money, nothing. I was just in a fucked up situation. And I like The Secrets talks about law of attraction. I learned how to talk to the universe. I learned how to not to ask, I learned how to demand the things of the universe by law. It's for you and for me, but you have to demand these things, man. And you have to walk on these things. And so I started demanding things from in there, and then he put me in a situation where I couldn't lose. I'm eating real food, I'm getting knowledge of how to be a more hands-on man. This is my wealth right here. As long as I have this, they can put me in chains, but I'm still free. Once I got that mentality, man, I came up out of there, man, like, look, man, listen, I'm gonna start this pressure washing business. When it happens, it's gonna happen. But I had put that in my mind, and I went through a certain, you know, certain phases of working a 9 to 5 and working 2 jobs at a time, and I'm like, you know what? Shit, man, I'm better off starting my own.
Yeah, so going back to, you know, you coming home from prison, this is your
Second
time.
I went back to back.
Okay, so you're coming home from prison, you started a job, but you had your business in motion?
Okay, so I started the job. I learned how to drive forklifts while I was in work release.
Okay.
And so I had the same place, Goodwill, where I had learned to get my forklift license while in work release. I took that and got the job, work release. I took the forklift job, got another job, doing the same thing, and I did that for like 4 years. And it just didn't seem right. You know what I'm saying? Getting up every day, and I'm just once again feel like I was in prison. I was working for 30 days and now I'm just working for a check for like just defeats the purpose.
So how did you start the pressure washing business, which is called
home pressure washing. I started home pressure washing by simply, I was working at IKEA. I got a second job. I told my fiance, I said, look, man, I gotta do something, man. I got a baby on the way. And so the reality of having a baby on the way, it set in even more that 9 to 5, it was barely enough for me. It's not gonna be enough for, 3 other mouths to feed. And so got the second job, and so I'm working from 5 in the morning to 10 at night, and to the point where I got plantar fasciitis on the bottom of my feet. I can barely walk, and this is all for the sacrifice is greater than the reward. So I took all my money that I was saving for I would work both jobs for 7 months, but I was working, IKEA pay was it was good. Same thing I was making at my Daniels, I was making at IKEA. So I'm double dipping, and I'm getting paid weekly on both.
Okay.
So that added up quick. One day I walked into work, and I tell you no lie, the forklift broke down right in front of the bay door. And it was like God talking to me, I was looking for a sign, and I said, I'm tired of this. I took the key, and I handed it to the dude. I said, you unload this truck. I'm finna take my leap of faith and start my own. I went and got my truck.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. Just like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I when I went and got the truck, and I didn't tell my fiance initially what the cost was on the truck. I waited a day for it to resonate with me, the reality of what I just did. And I went back to the job. I got my job back because I still need to build up. So I went back with a different mindset. Okay, and I build up, get my truck, get my water tank, get one pressure washer, get another pressure washer.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right here because at this point you have your fiance, y'all together, the baby is on the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's playing a big part in this phase.
Yes, most definitely.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring her in because we want to hear her side as well. And Miss Tara, you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
So thank you for having me. My name is Tara. I'm Everson's fiance. We've been together, 3.5?
Almost 4.
He keeps saying lately, almost 4 years now. So yeah, I'm super excited to be here and help him tell you guys a little bit about his business.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so you were telling us about the transition from your job to
The job to entrepreneur life. So when I
Yes.
quit my job initially, and I'm like, nah, she got this baby on, well, we got this baby on the way. Maybe that wasn't the best choice, and she didn't want to say it, but I knew, you figure out how to read your partner, right?
I did tell you the first time. The first time you quit Daniels, I told you, nah, that's not how we do
And
things.
so I suck it back up and I go do what I got to do, because we got to have a natural birth. You know what I mean? It's like, it ain't at no doctor, this a G. She, no medicine, no nothing. She gave me a soldier, and it just made me, if she gonna do it naturally, I have to naturally go out here and get this shit by the mud, and I can't let her down. That's the biggest thing. I was making some product with my wood magic and not making no money. And she like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, you can't do this.
I ain't say it like that.
All right, so I'm making my product, Wood Magic, which is another business venture that I had started before I met her.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right there because I know you actually gifted me with one of the products to match my branding, and it is beautiful. So I want to share this with y'all. What this gentleman, Mr. Everson Holmes, actually made. And then I want you to kind of tell me a little bit about it and what it's for.
Okay, so I make these customized shoe storage boxes, right? So, like I said, I was in the streets, and I knew a lot of guys who had a lot of pair of shoes, and so all their shoes are shoe boxes, and those shoe boxes deteriorate over time. You moving them around, so I say, hey, why won't I compose a box, and you know that will consolidate all your shoes into one infrastructure, and so it holds 16 to 24 pair of shoes. You can customize it, any design, any logo. Ask Miss Cachet, just send me your business logo. And so I took it and ran with it, and she didn't know how it was come out, but this for me has been just like my creativity. This is why I'm able to go and get lost in arts and crafts. This is
The details is just really amazing.
yeah, so it's complete woodwork. And so my fiance was getting mad when I was making this product, and I wasn't getting no buyers.
So, yes, I have a love-hate relationship with Wood Magic. I'm gonna keep it blood raw. When we got together and he had these boxes, I mean, I thought it was definitely awesome that he was having this business venture, but at the same time, I was seeing him go through like a struggle because he loved making them. He loved, you know, marketing them, getting them out there, whatever the situation was, but I wasn't seeing the return. And like
In the return, you mean the
I
income?
wasn't seeing, yes, I wasn't seeing the return. And so when I see him day to day, and he already had mentioned that he's very emotional, you know what I'm saying? He goes through waves. So I was seeing him struggle, you know what I'm saying? Like in certain ways with Daniel's not being enough, him going through, he mentioned one second job, but he did multiple second jobs during the course of me being pregnant. To just, you know, try to stack up and save or whatever. So I'm seeing him making these boxes and I'm like, that's great. I'm saying, but you're still struggling. Why, you know what I'm saying, you're not getting a return that you want to get. And so at that point I started to try to like just talk through with him how this can better be done so that you are seeing the you know, some type of return from what you're putting in.
Right.
But I have I still have a love-hate relationship with Wood Magic. But he's come along with Wood Magic. He loves Wood Magic. So I love it because he loves it. And even if he don't make the money, he loves making it.
So if anybody wanted to touch base with you, they wanted to get something customized, tell the people how would they reach you or contact you, or
So
you know?
I have my Facebook page, Wood Magic. You can reach me on there, message me, and then you can just go over the details about, you know, the color you want your box, your design, you know, and then I can on my page you can see all the different variations of the boxes that I created over the years, and so give you an idea about what I'm working with. Different things. I built one box for a customer. This shelf itself was for your hats. You can put your hats in here. So for all the hat lovers, you have your hats everywhere. You can put your hats at the top, and then the bottom counterpart, I can put slots in here to where your watches. You like a lot of watches, you can have your watch storage down there. And I've also made this box to where the TV is mounted inside for your gamers. You want a disclosed unit to where your game is hidden. You walk into most rooms, you see TVs on the wall. Okay, that's cool. But you walk in your room and you pop open this case and that TV's there and your gaming system. This is a clear cutout where you can see your whole gaming system unit inside. There's different things that it's not just for shoes. Different array of things, and we're always being innovative and coming out with different products to appease all our customers.
So what can we look for in the future with
In
Wood Magic?
the future, we have the Nintendo wall switch mounts. That's also another thing that give you a different look to your room appeal. We have toy boxes,
Okay.
keepsake boxes, different wood crafts, like, you know, catchy, you know,
Okay.
catchy.
Well, I'm in love. I'm telling you, I can't wait to get this home. I got some red bottoms that can go perfectly in here. Okay, so you guys check out Wood Magic, and they can reach you at
Facebook,
On Facebook,
Wood Magic.
Wood Magic.
Yeah.
So if I go on Facebook and I put in Wood Magic,
It's gonna pop up.
it's gonna pop up.
Yes, it's gonna pop up.
It's gonna pop up. Okay. So if you go on Facebook, you put in Wood Magic, you can get you one of these nice babies.
And it's just a small size. It's a bigger size, and 2 times this size. You know, just you got the kid size and adult size. This predominantly is for kids. I want to say ages like 2 all the way up to like 8.
Okay.
With that age range, you get 14 pair of shoes in there.
Okay.
Okay, so the bigger box is for more of adults, or you can use it also for kids. The smaller the shoe, the more shoes you fit inside of it. But for the average adult, you get 16 pair of shoes inside the big box also.
I was looking at the bottom part because I have a lot of accessories as well.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about, you know, I could put my accessories down at the
Sometimes,
bottom.
yes.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, you guys know where to find them if you want something like this with your logo or, you know, branding, marketing. Everson is your guy. All right.
Up and I shake the room.